it going, ScrubGamers? Welcome back to another video here at ScrubGames and the second deck profile for the decks I used at Fight Night number 7. So hopefully if you watched the first one, I did participate in Fight Night number 7 on the Saturday just gone, and for that we were required to take 3 decks with us and play a best of 3 using each of the decks. So you use the 3 decks to play each of the 3 games you could possibly play in best of 3. And for the second deck I decided to take was Blue Boujack because I thought it'd be more fun. I enjoyed the deck, it's fun to test, and I thought it's a good contender for a blue deck, especially since with the latest errata where Galactic Buster is only usable with Boujack lead, and it's still a very strong card, and this deck has a lot of potential, I feel. So for those of you who don't know about the deck, so we'll start off with the leader. So with the leader, he is Blue Boujack. He's got a permanent on both sides where you reduce the combo cost of mono blue Boujack Brigade cards in your hand by 1, which is quite handy. So that is why they all have most of them have a 1 cost combo cost, even though they're 5k and stuff, because otherwise it'd be crazy to have that in other decks with their effects. And he has on both sides, and then he's also got on the same side as well is Activate Battle, which is once per turn, where you can use 1 mono blue Boujack Brigade card in your energy in the combo, and if you do, you place the top card of your deck in your energy and rest. So you essentially get an extra hand with this deck because you can combo battle cards from your energy. Then with his Awaken, it's similar to the Sin Shenron, but for blue, so if your life's at 3 or less, or you have a blue Unison card in play with a specified cost of 4. You draw 2 cards, and then you can choose up to 1 of your energy, untap it, and flip it over. Then when you do flip it over, it's now a 15k, same as most leaders, 10k up front, 15k on the back. And as I said, it's got the same permanent and activate battle from the front side, but it also now has an auto, where once per turn, by paying 1 blue and choosing 1 card in your hand and discarding it, you can only activate blue card skills from your hand, and you can activate counter skills from your hand for the turn. And that's the cost. And then the effect is when your opponent attacks, switch up to 4 of your mono blue energy to active mode. So essentially what it means is when your opponent attacks, you tap 1, discard 1, and then untap 4 energy. And then for that turn, or for the rest of that turn, you can't use, basically you can't just activate counter, in this deck you won't be able to just activate counter skills from your hand. But you can still use the counter skills from your drop or your energy, which is possible in this deck. So that is it for leader. So leader isn't inherently draw, but it does have that nice effect, meaning you've always got an extra hand in your energy, which is good. So that is for the leader. So with the deck, we have to help us out Awaken High Life, because Awakening High Life is always pretty good. We have a user play, so we're playing 3 of the Margin Blue Unison and 1 of the Go Tank's Unison. So the Margin Blue is, well, most people should know, it's very strong, it's very powerful. It's a 4 cost with double strike and blocker, and it's got 2 skills, so it doesn't gain any markers because it's only got a +/-0 and a -1. The +0 is how you get an extra bit of draw with this deck because of its effect, where activate main, draw 1 card. Then at the start of your opponent's next main phase, you untap this, and if your leader card is blue, you untap 1 of your mono blue energy active mode, which means after you play this in Awaken, at the end of your turn, you get this back as a blocker, and you untap an energy, so your leader's effect is live to use the auto if you want to. And its -1 is very strong for defense, where when your opponent attacks with a battle card, you can choose 1 of your battle cards and place it at the bottom of your deck under, you can choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of your deck. And that's really handy, and also it's not for the just first effect. I've known people to think it only activates on the first battle card attack, but it's not. It can activate on any battle card attack you choose when the trigger, because there's a marker skill. And then we have the Sss Go Tank. So if you don't know what this does, it's Sss Go Tank's Absolute Unison. It's from set 10, one of the SR Unisons, one of the first Unisons we got, and it is a 20k dual attack blocker with two marker skills, same as blue. It doesn't gain markers. It's got a -2 and a -3. The -2 is draw 2 cards, so a bit to help against hand destruction. That could be handy. But the main reason it's in there is for its -3, where you choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, ignore and barrier, and place them at the bottom of their owner's deck. Now the reason this is in is because you have some decks like yellow which are running the yellow slug, and other decks which run some barrier battle cards, which in the deck in blue there's very little option to get rid of barrier cards. So we play this because then it's in theme with allowing your lead to awaken if you need to play it to help yourself awaken, because it's a 4 specified cost unison, and it's nice to get 2 attacks in, and also either, depending on the situation, draw 2 extra cards if you need be, or bottom deck 2 cards like you'll see in the game where I use this deck. And yeah, and we run 3 and 4 because I only want to run 4 users because they can clog, because they're not combat power, and the deck doesn't draw so much because they don't want to be dead. And 4 is enough for us to see it by turn 4 at least to drop a unison, and always Boo is the more useful and the option to go into the text option, hence 3 and 1. That's it for the unisons. We just got running those 4. And then we got the Boujack package. So with this deck as well, to maintain consistency of always being to combo set free energy when needed, we run a lot of the Boujack stuff. So for the ones that are utility, we got the 1-drops where you've got 4 of the Goku, so it's a searcher, where for because it has the same effect as this. These are 2 like little searchers. Goku is a searcher and Beedle is a draw one. So with Goku, it's when it's played, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, add it to 1 blue Boujack Brigade card which costs a 3 or less, or up to 1 unison with a specified cost of 4 to your hand, shuffle your deck. So this is we play this at 4 and this at 2, because this allows you to search for certain pieces, certain Boujack cards that you want to put in your energy, and also to search for unison, so make sure you've got it by turn 4 to help you awaken. And Beedle is just a cantrip. It's just when this card is played, draw 1 card, and they both have an activate battle skill, whereas they're both once per turn for 1 energy. This card gets 11k power and a keyword skill until the start of your next main phase, which that's good because it means that if you use it during both that turn you use it and your opponent's turn, it's now 15k until your turn starts back up. And sometimes you can even use it on your player's turn, so you can use it on a turn to make it 15k. Goku gains crit and Beedle gains double strike. And this is how normally you'll be attacking the apply pressure. You may normally want to start off turn 1 with Goku, so you can attack, gain crit, and then only attack with that just to gain that crit pressure, because nothing else of your cards attack the draw. And if your opponent tries to attack into it, 15 to 15, you can always pay 1 energy to get another 11k to make it 24k throughout your opponent's turn until your next main phase. But yeah, it's just nice for these. Like, these are mainly what you want to try and see for a turn 1 play, and they use your energy before you combo off. And then the other 1-drop play is the Boujack the Commando. So this is on negate, and when I mentioned earlier that you can use negates for energy or drop, this is the one you can use from energy, because it's a counter attack. If your leader card is a Boujack Brigade card, negate the attack and play this card. If you activate this card's counter skill from your energy, place the top card of your deck in energy and rest. So a lot of the cards, when they're played for energy, they replace themselves. And the way you can do this is from energy is from its permanent, where you can activate this card's counter skill from your energy by paying its energy cost and choosing 1 card in your hand and discarding it. So it costs you a card in your hand and discard, but it still allows you to negate from your energy. So it's almost like the card you're discarding is the negate, technically. And that's it for the 1-drop ones we have. They're the utility cards. And then for the other ones are 3-drops. Most of these now are always going to be ones that you want to charge your energy. So we have free Zangia. This is the one that draws. So with your super combo in this deck has a lot of combo power, but your super combo doesn't draw, or the choice for this doesn't draw. So as an alternative and a way to actually still get some draws, we have Zangia, where when its effect is when it's using a combo from your battle area or energy area, draw 1 card, but you're only going to use you're never going to play this in your battle area. You're going to charge it and use it in a combo from your leader to combo 5k and draw a card. Then we have 2 Beaded Evildoer. Now he is a 15k crit. He's got unique. That's why we only run 2, because of unique. He's got 2 autos, and most of them have an auto where they're played for energy from now on. And his one is 1 energy if your leader card is a Boujack Brigade card, At the end of a battle, when this card is used in a combo from your hand or energy, you play this card from your drop area. Remember, the leader has an permanent where the combo cost of blue Boujack Brigade cards or Boujack Brigade cards is reduced by 1. So this doesn't matter. This is 1k5, 1 cost 5k. It's just a 5k in this deck, but you still have to pay the 1 energy to play it when you combo with it. And this one's handy, where this is one you can play with another one if you only have 1 energy, because there's also where if it's your opponent's turn, when it's played, you untap 1 of your blue energy. And he's got a bit of removal on it as well with his activate main, where once per turn for 1 energy, choose it to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost of 3 or less, and place it at the bottom of his owner's deck. It doesn't come up that often, but it's handy just to have it there. Next we have 2 of the Boujack TP, Boujack Rampaging Agent of Destruction. So this is one that's handy for against decks that play a lot of stuff cheap like big things cheap and early, because of its permanent, where when this card is in rest mode, your opponent's battle cards with energy costs greater than or equal to their energy can't attack your leader cards. That means that's good, because if your opponent plays a 2 cost and you've got 2 energy and this is in rest mode, they have to attack this. They can't attack your leader with that card. And the handy thing about this is when it combos, it's got the same kind of thing, where auto 1 if your leader card is a Boujack Brigade card and it has or has Age Destruction in its card name. At the end of a battle, when this card is using the combo from your hand or energy, you play it from your drop area in rest mode. So this is the only one out of all of them, apart from the 8 drop I think, that plays itself in rest mode instead of active mode. And it has an Everin effect where when it's KO'd, draw a card, which means if you got this on the board to stop your opponent from attacking with big things, and they attack into this and KO it by battle, or just KO it, you draw a card, replace it off, which is quite handy. And the other 3 drop we have is for Goku. So this has the same effect, but as these to play itself, as Beaded to play itself, but it requires 1 blue instead of 1 of any color. And he's got a handy effect where when he's played, you choose it to 1 of your opponent's battle cards for energy cost of 1 or less and place it at the bottom of his deck. Now this is handy to get rid of your opponent's like a little cantrips and things. Like against Red Jiren, you can put their 1 drop Red Jirens back to the bottom of their deck that they've got on board. Same things with like the 1 drop Slug in yellow. By any 1 drop that isn't a barrier, this can bottom deck it when it's played. And that is it for the most of the Boujack Brigade. And then we have the Boujack cards themselves. So we have 4 of the Boujack Evildoer and 4 of the 8 drop Boujack on a Rampage. So the handy thing with this is a free 10k combo. So at the very least, a free 10k combo, which you have 8 of those, which is super combo as well. This is why I say it's got a lot of combo power. So when you're going all in on a big swing, you can chuck a lot of combo power in this deck. So with the 4 drop Boujack, he's a dual attacking 20k, and the 8 drop is a double strike dual attacking 30k. Now with the 4 drop, his effect to play itself requires 2 energy, and his ever auto is when it's played, you choose it to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and place them at the bottom of his owner's deck. So this is really handy defensively. It just is almost like this deck's Raiders Warcry, but you don't pay the 2 energy until after, so you're not paying the 2 energy to combo. You're paying it after, and then you get but instead of wrestling, you get the bottom deck something, which is sometimes a bit more useful. They win the 8 drop, which is a big boss monster. He has an evolve skill if you want to use it, which is for 5 energy, you draw 2 cards, and you evolve on top of a Boujack at energy cost of 3 or 4, so this or the Boujack TP. Not often use it, but it is impossible to use it. But the way you're going to normally play it is from its auto, which is like the rest of them, where you pay, for this one you pay 4 energy, being 1 blue, 1 of 3 of any other colour, which is mainly going to be blue in this deck. And at the end of a battle, when you use it in a combo from your hand or energy, draw. So this is one you draw a card, so it almost is like a super combo. And you choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards, place it at the bottom of his deck, and then play this kind of rest mode. So this is the everyone that comes in rest mode. And its other effect is once per turn, where if this card is in rest mode, when your opponent attacks with a battle card, you switch it to 1 of your opponent's. You can switch up to 1 of your blue energy to active mode, and then tap down 1 of your opponent's energy as well. So that's pretty cool. It's got like a yellow effect in blue because it's more yellow that does the tapping. But this becomes in very handy after if you basically just need energy for your leader's effect and you've tapped out. If they attack with a battle card, you get the energy active, which is pretty handy. But the main benefit of this card is the fact there's a free 10k to go with your super combo, so it gives you a lot of combo power. And that's it for the Boujack Brigade cards. So on to the ever blue battle cards that are quite good text options. We have the super combo choice for the deck is Zeno, and this is a very good one because it's a free, at the least it's a free 10k combo, and the other thing that makes it beneficial is it's a cantrip to give you a draw as well, because it's a second auto, which is when this card's played, draw one card. At the very least, if you just need the draw, then you can tap one, play this, and you hit the 10k there to combo off on attack at any point. If your opponent removes it, remove it. It just comes in handy sometimes. But its main reason that you play for this instead of ever draw super combos is because there's ever auto, where if your leader card is blue and your left is at 5 or less, and it's your opponent's turn, when this card is using the combo, you may add one card from your energy to your hand. And if you do, place one card in your hand in your energy. And that's really beneficial because, as I mentioned as well, with the leader's effect, it combos Boujack Brigades from your energy and then replaces it with the top card of your deck. And sometimes you'll hit things like your secret rare, your non-Boujack cards, like your extra cards and stuff like that, or your unison. And this is a handy way to get them back out of energy so they're not totally lost, and get them back in your hand while defending as well. So that's why we've gone for this one instead of the normal super combos. Then for everyone's we have one energetic frenzied Kefla. So this is a good way to get draw power back as well on the deck. Like normally in a best of 3 I would side another copy of it, or even maybe main depending. This is the best of 1, this is the best of 1 list. It's got a permanent which is basically unique, and then its ever permanent is reduce the energy cost of discarding your hand by 1 for each blue battle card in your battle area. So the minimum, as it's got a free specified cost, you can reduce it down to a free cost if you've got 4 battle cards in your battle area. And its activate main, which is how you keep withdrawal power and energy use, is once per turn, draw 2 cards, then at the start of your opponent's next main phase, you choose 2 of your blue energy, switch into active mode. And note it's blue energy, not mono blue. So I've got a list as well of an aggro blue Boujack list, which uses multicolours. Well, one not multicolours in it. And yeah, this is just handy, just if you can get enough on board, which you can with how you just combo cards and they play themselves. Sometimes you can get this out for free energy, and then you basically use the effect, draw 2, and then start their main phase. Along with the blue, you can tap up to free energy most times. And one of our ways to help finish in the deck is under a 17 turn of the tide. It's a blue deck, so it's very easy to just defend, to get to the turn 7, so you can drop this. And if you don't know what this does, you can end up in a cave. Or new to the game, it's 7 cost, 30k with critical and deflect. So deflect means your opponent's not going to stop it from coming out. And its also is when you play this card, you choose all cards in your hand and your opponent's hand, and all battle cards in your opponent's drop area, and shuffle them into their own stacks. So basically, this is a hand wipe when you play it, but you need to watch out for games 2 and 3 plays in best of 3, because there is the answer. Well, there's the counter to this with a black Turin from a draft box, I think from the same one or one after it, which is a counter play that makes it so draws them a card and makes it so they're immune to this effect. So end up, if you play this and you get Turin countered, then you lose your hand, but they don't lose theirs. And secret rare choice. Well, we've got secret rare choice and our pseudo secret rare being Baby Hatch and Futurado Mystery. So Baby Hatch is just standard. It's the best blue secret rare, or one of the best secret rares in the game, and the best blue secret rare in the game, because of its effect where it can attack. If you're for 3 or more energy, and you get the attack and play this card, and your opponent can't attack for the rest of the turn, essentially giving you the kind of super general effect where you get 2 turns in a row. And because of its permanent, it's got the standard of what most secrets got, where permanent, if it can be moved from the battle area, is moved from the game, and is everyone to make it, which makes it so if you're leader of mono blue, you can activate it. It costs for free, the counter skill for free, by just discarding another card from your hand. And the reason why we say this is a pseudo secret rare is because it's so powerful. It ends games as well as a secret rare does. Like, it's as powerful as a secret rare. Because a 10 costs 30k, so you're not going to be paying 10 for it. Because of its overwhelm skill, where it requires 6, so turn 6 is when this is live. So you need to have 10 cards in drop, which is easy enough, because when you combo with if you combo every turn with your leader, and it's not being played, it's going to drop, so you can just keep comboing that way. So it's easy to fill up the drop in this deck. And so you need just 10 in drop, 6 energy to overwhelm it. It's got double strike as well, and its auto is the good thing about it, where when you play this card using overwhelm, your opponent can activate skills on other cards other than the leader until the beginning of your next turn. So essentially, if you drop this, your opponent has no skills in anything apart from the leader until your next turn. So it means for your turn that you're attacking, in their turn where they're doing whatever they want to do, they have no skills in anything but leader. So this is how you finish normally. Like sometimes what I'll do is turn 5 I will use Baby Hatch to shut off their turn. So they attack, use this on their first attack, shut off their turn so they can't attack anymore. The next turn drop this. If I don't kill them, then I can drop this after turn 7 to finish them off. So that's just how powerful it is. And that is it for the battle cards in the deck. And then for the extra cards, we've got 4 Galactic Buster. It was busted for a reason, had to be errated to be just Boujack. And if you saw the blue decks back when this was legal for, well, able to be played in any blue deck, it's just busted. So what its effect does is it's an activate battle, and it's 0 cost as well. If your leader card is a Boujack Brigade card, I'm going to read the new text. So if your leader card is a Boujack Brigade card, and you choose 1 mono blue battle card with a combo cost of 1 in your energy, which most of your battle cards have, you draw 1 card, then use the chosen card in a combo. But if it's your opponent's turn, you get an extra bit of an effect, where if it's your opponent's turn and you use the card in a combo with this skill, you place this card in your energy from your drop area, and at the start and at the end of the battle, you switch it to 1 of your energy to rest mode, and you can activate the activate battle skill on copies of this card. One thing to remember with this as well is if you activate this on like a Boujack card that has the effect to play himself, it comes activate. You can choose how to resolve them first. You can choose to resolve if you've got this. Say you're trying to get the 4-drop Boujack card, which requires 2, and you've got this, and you use this with a never energy open to use a rest mode of 1 to it. You combo with that card, use it, draw this card, put this in your energy. If it's your opponent's turn, at the end of the battle, you can resolve the Boujack auto first, the tap 2 and play itself, and then resolve this to tap down energy, which if you have no energy, you can't tap down. And even with the 3-drop, what's it called? Beaded, I think, where you can choose resolve the Beader's effect to play itself by tapping 1 energy, which if you've only got this energy, tap yourself out. Use this effect, resolve this to tap down an energy, which if you've got no energy, you can't tap down anything. And then after that, once this is gone, resolve the Beaded's effect of when it's played during your opponent's turn, untap an energy. So that's a way to get around this as well. Remember, most things in this game are about timing. And to go with that as well, we got 3 beans. The blue bean just help you get more energy for your playing things, and to help be a bit more defensive as well. Like most blue decks, I think every blue deck really has bean. It's a no-brainer. Basically, if you don't know what the effect is, just in case you're new, is 1 cost, activate battle, choose it to 1 of your cards, it gains 5k power for the duration of the turn, then choose it to 2 of your energy and switch to active mode. So you turn 1 energy into 2, and then give something a 5k boost for the turn. And I know it says card, so it could be on your leader card, using card, or battle card. The next card we have is Auto Easy. So this is Easy Negate. The reason we have this is because it's a drop area negate. So this is a card that you can discard off your effects, off your leader card when you use this auto to discard a card and tap 1 energy to untap 4. You can discard this, and if you trigger your leader's effect, you can still use this count skill because it's used from the drop, not the hand. And if you want no reason why, the counter skill on it is if your leader card is blue, and you get the attack, and then choose it to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 1, return it to his hand. You don't have to up to 1, so you don't have to choose a battle card that you can put in the hand. And the reason you can use it for the drop is because of its permanent, where if this card is in your drop area, you can activate this card by paying its energy cost and removing it and 1 blue card from your hand from the game to use from your drop. And another gate we got that isn't a battle card or that is Shield Army's Reinforcement. So we played just 1 copy of this because With Dimension Magic, you need Sparking, which even though I said it's easier to fill up for Fu, sometimes you won't. Whereas this is once you hit 5 life, if you're being aggroed down, this is a lot better for the deck because it doesn't require any Sparking. So if you've got no drop, so your drop barrier is being controlled, or you have no drop, you haven't filled it up, you can still use this. You just be at 5 life, and it can be played for free, taking a life. And unlike Dimension Magic, it can stop 2 attacks, which Dimension Magic can only stop 1 and give you energy. And with the skill is a counter attack. If your leader card is mono blue, you get the attack and play 1 Shield Army token with 10,000 power, and it gains block for the turn. So it's one of those skills where it's one of the great negates where you negate attack and play a token with block it. And even if you don't use the token to block with and use it the next turn, you've got a 10k attacker if you need be. Unfortunately, this is one of the 2 negates that the token doesn't have combat power. And the way you can play it for free is it's permanent, where if your life at 5 or less, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand by adding 1 card from your life to your hand instead of paying its energy cost. And since you can be waking at high life to get you down to 5, it's live. And if they don't get you down to low, like 5 or lower, then you're still at high life. You don't have to worry. But that is it for the deck. Once again, I'll have the VOD for their Twitch down in the description below, so you can go check out the match if you want to. And also, as well, when they put the videos up for the gameplay, I'll have a link to that in the description box below as well, and maybe even have commentary of the games as well. But generally, for this deck, you're going to want to mulligan for the 1-drops and a Unison, so you can have that ready for turn 4. And you want to be don't really want to be playing anything, you just want to be charging, playing the 1-drops, the Beado and Gokua, so you can get the draw from Beado and searching from Gokua, and then only really attacking until you get the turn 4 and higher with the Gokua to put some crit pressure. And ideally what I find is you don't really want to use your combo from energy unless it's on a crit attack or mainly defending. Like if I've got a Zangia and something that can be played, I'll normally tap the Zangia down if I'm playing anything, and when attacking I'll tap the Zangia down so that's in rest mode, so I can use it to defend the Gokua, so I keep applying the crit pressure. But yeah, when you're being attacked in life in this deck, you don't really want to out combo it, you just want to let it go through, as long as it's not too much, and as long as the attack's not crit, so you can get more cards, because this deck doesn't gain a hand, is very low on the draw, but you want to use the combat power to defend your battle cards and stuff. And then yeah, as I said, normally you want to get the turn 6, try and drop Fu, and then turn 7, dropping the Turn Tide to help finish it off as well. And Baby Hatch is great there to be able to shut down your opponent's turn. But that is it for this deck profile. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. By subscribing, you're helping keep updated with videos from me, and help me get to my goal of 1,000 subs, which I'm a quarter of the way there. Also, comment down below if there's anything you want. Liking the video helps you know that you're enjoying these videos. And I'll see you in the next video, which would be of the third deck. Bye for now.